It's only the first day of October, which some are calling Uptober, and Bitcoin is already up 10%. Plan B has been right about his last two predictions and says that we will close the month at 63K. Is he right? I don't know, but we're going to take a look at the chart and find out. I'm also going to show you how you can find the next altcoins that are going to break out. And most importantly, I know what a lot of you are waiting for. Finally, at the end of this stream, we are going to announce the winners of $5,000 of my very own Bitcoin and Ethereum. You guys do not want to miss this. Let's go.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button down below. Just hit it because there's too much going on today to worry about how you're going to do it. So just go ahead and hit that like button right down below. As I mentioned, guys, as you know, for a long time, I was planning to give away $5,000 when I hit 100,000 subscribers. We did that last week. Amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. And I wanted to give back when we hit that milestone. Well, that is happening today, but you still have 14 minutes to enter. How do you enter? You subscribe to the channel and you hit the link right down below in the description. Goes to a platform called Gleam. You enter there, and then we will pick the winners at the very end of this stream. We're giving you 13 more minutes now to go ahead and enter. You can actually enter as many times as you want. So tell your friends. We will give it away at the end of the stream. My producer is going to bring the screen up, randomly pick the winners, and we'll give you all some money. $5,000, 10 awards of $500 each. Now, digging into today, holy crap. September was a down month. We all know that, but October starting off exceptionally well. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to take a look at what Plan B had to say. Plan B, August, 47K. He was right. September, 43K. He was right. Next target, October, 63K, November, 98K, and December, 135K. Now, listen, I don't believe he has a crystal ball. I don't believe anyone else does, but I do believe that everything we've been seeing on chain with technical analysis, with seasonality, all of those lend to the idea that we should see major price appreciation over the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter has historically been the best quarter for Bitcoin performance. I talked about that over the last few days on streams. I showed you the data. The chart indicated by every metric you could look at that price had bottomed and was retesting 42K in the 40K area as support. As I've said so many times, when you break a key resistance, you want to see it tested as support, but it's scary when it happens. And that's when human beings start to panic and get bearish at support. That's exactly what happened here. And we saw the move up. I'm going to show you what we're talking about on the charts in a few minutes, but this does look like we have likely bottomed and should be heading to higher prices. Also, more importantly, for those of you who like on-chain metrics, I showed you over and over and over again that whales were buying, institutions were buying, huge wallets were buying and accumulating Bitcoin. They were having people panic selling to them at support and buying more and more Bitcoin. One more piece of news on Bitcoin, because I just love this. El Salvador president, volcano-powered Bitcoin mining has begun. President Nayib Bukele has tweeted that El Salvador has begun mining Bitcoin using geothermal power from volcanoes. These guys move fast. They only talked about it for the first time in June when they made the announcement that El Salvador was going to accept Bitcoin as legal tender, and now it's happening. Given they've only mined $500 worth of Bitcoin, but it was a test and the process has started. We know that they're going to be doing this endlessly and continuously because they have access to free energy from volcanoes. If you had told me in 2020 that the news story of 2021 would be Bitcoin being mined from volcanoes by a sovereign nation that was adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, I would have had you committed to the loony bin. I would have told you that you were absolutely crazy and that you were one who flew over the cuckoo's nest. But guess what? Never surprises what can happen in this space and what can happen with Bitcoin. Just thinking back to what has happened in the last year and a half in this space is absolutely insane. A year and a half ago, Bitcoin was $3,800. The global economy was crashing. We're dealing with a global pandemic, which we still are. And everyone said Bitcoin was dead. Since then, we've had companies buying it. nations adopting it, institutions coming in, Twitter adding the functionality to be able to send remittances through their platform. It's incredible. And just thinking about what's happened in the last 18 months, imagine what can happen as this goes exponential and we see more adoption. Let's dig in to the charts right now. You guys take a look and I'll show you what we're thinking. First of all, I've shared this chart so many times. You're probably sick of it. I'm sorry. This is the Bitcoin monthly chart. This goes back to April of 2013. $44. $44 Bitcoin. My God. Every one of us who comes into Bitcoin feels like we're too late. Every time I see these prices, I go, what was I doing for these years? I didn't buy Bitcoin until 2016. What an idiot. But the fact is, even if you're buying now for the first time, you're still early, and every person who's ever bought thinks that they're late. Touch down, touch up, $1,191. Perfect touchdown, slight break, but a perfect touch up, flip of the EQ to resistance, right? The support loss, the EQ is that dashed line, resistance down to March 2020, down to March 2020, perfect touch on the bottom. And now we have a flip of support and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the sixth candle, we don't know what will happen on the sixth, 6 months in a row that have tested that EQ and held as support. And every one of those candles has a wick down, indicating that there's been demand on buying. This is how you get plan B type targets. As absurd as they sound, six-figure Bitcoin, six figures is only slightly over a 2x from here. Bitcoin went up 17x from March 2020 to the top at 65,000. It's merely a 2x. The percentage gain is what matters. Don't get caught up in the number of how are we going to go up 53,000. It's just doubling. Bitcoin does that. But look at the top of the channel. When you flip the EQ of the channel to support, you expect to touch the top of the channel, just like you did here, and the bottom, just like you did here, in the opposite way. We flipped it to support, should be coming up here. Even if that happened this month, that would be 193,000. Next month, getting to the top, 207. Next month, 218. You can see as the channel rises, the target becomes higher depending on how long it takes. Do not be bearish on Bitcoin. Do not get emotional about it. Zoom out and chill. Let's take a look at the weekly chart right here. Weekly chart, 42K. Stayed under it for a month after hitting it. Stayed under it for 3 months after hitting it, and it was never retested as support. Right here at 42K, retested last week, being retested again. We have a potential bullish engulfing candle here with a wick down. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the last candles have all had long wicks down. Yes, price dropped, but every single time price drops, there's demand and it gets bought up. That's what that long wick shows. But we had the wick below 42K, hold a support, another one this week, but the week has not closed. We do need to wait until Sunday to see potential bullish engulfing, huge hammer. These are extremely bullish candles. This is a bullish chart. The daily, I've been showing you this descending wedge ad nauseum the entire week. This is a bullish pattern. You expect it to break up. Of course, price can come down lower in the pattern, but now we have broken up. Price is trading at 47,273. A close above this wedge should put targets back at the highs here, right around 53. If that flips, we start talking about all-time highs again. Looking again here at the daily, I shared this for you all week, telling you that you should take a look at this. RSI broke out yesterday. Look, right here, 30th of September, RSI finally broke resistance. Price had not broken out yet. Price followed. That's a great indicator. If you've never used it before, you can use this on altcoins. XRP, USD, actually, I got my alarm just went off that RSI was breaking out like this. You need to wait for it to confirm. But you had the breakout on RSI leading the breakout on price. Incredible signal. You could have gotten in at 44,000 on that confirmation, and you'd already be up almost 7-8% on your trade, just using that strategy. I also want to pull up the Bollinger Bands. I clearly didn't have them up on the chart here. Let's see. But I want to show you that I don't know if this is going to be the right chart. Hopefully it is. Yep. We've broken through. Hopefully we have to hold at the center line of the Bollinger Bands. That's a flip of the middle of it to support. That means we start targeting the highs. This is going to expand with more volatility. Bollinger Bands, when they're tight, are showing you volatility is coming. And then once the volatility hits, they start to expand, right? So as they expand here, if price is above the center line, it should expand to the upper bound. That is another indication. Guys, I want to remind you, I have 5 more minutes right now. Link is in the description right down below to enter the contest. We're going to close it at 9:45 and then make the announcement at the end of the stream. So please, if you want to make that last chance, you can keep entering. go ahead and enter right down below in the description. Okay, diving back in to finalize these Bitcoin charts. We talked about this yesterday. A lot of people were calling this a bear pennant. A lot of people were calling this a bear pennant. I told you why I didn't view it as such, why I viewed that idea as somewhat invalid. The reason is when you have a pennant or a flag, it generally doesn't retrace past 50%. Usually you see a flag come up here and around 50% breakdown. This went all the way up to 61.8%. So to me, it was more of a symmetrical triangle, which is agnostic, meaning it can break down or break up. Well, we have a very, very clear break up of that. So the bearish case from that pennant is obviously dead. And even if you drew now a channel here, first of all, it would have broken above, but way too high. We've retraced the entire China banning Bitcoin again dump, as I assumed we would. I don't have a crystal ball, but every time China bans Bitcoin, it's a good thing and a good time to buy. Moving on. Fed Chair Powell says he has no intention of banning Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and see exactly what he said.
Matter of policy, is it your intention to ban or limit the use of cryptocurrencies like we're seeing in China?
No, and I immediately realized I had misspoken there. I didn't mean that take the word cryptocurrency out of that sentence, and I would say it's fairly widely understood that central bank digital currencies could perform could make
but no intention to ban.
Less.
No intention to ban.
No intention to ban them, but they're, the stable coins are like money market funds. They're like bank deposits, but they're to some extent outside the regulatory perimeter, and it's appropriate that they be regulated. Same activity, same regulation.
Yeah. So the Fed says that they're not going to ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Guess what? The Fed can't ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and neither can the government. I know that this is a huge story, but it's non-news. You cannot ban Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot be banned. It's a decentralized network spread out all over the world that's outside of the purview of the government, and that's why it's beautiful in the first place. It's good to hear that the United States does not intend to do that, but there's no such thing as banning cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. They can make it difficult for us to get our money in and out. They can regulate the companies that are operating in this country, but what would happen then? The companies would just leave the United States and continue to exist. They cannot stop this innovation. They cannot ban it. Yes, they're going to regulate stable coins for sure. That is very clear, but they cannot stop this innovation. So of course, Jerome Powell has to say that they're not going to ban cryptocurrency. Like, as I've said a million times, like Nate Dogg and Warren G, they're going to regulate, but that's about all they can do. Visa announces layer 2 payment channel for CBDCs and stablecoins at central bank digital currencies. For those of you who don't know, credit card giant Visa is delving into cross-chain interoperability for digital asset transfers with the announcement of their universal payment channel. This is actually huge, building their own interoperable network. You can say what they're saying here. Think of it as a universal adapter among blockchains, allowing central banks, businesses, and consumers to seamlessly exchange value, no matter the form of cryptocurrency. The idea they gave here is really an interesting example. This is the example they gave. GU used the example of splitting a bill between friends using different types of money, such as the central bank digital currency, digital dollar, stablecoin like Tether. She described it as a kind of universal adapter for money. Imagine if you go to dinner with your friends and you want to split the bill, and you can pay in Bitcoin, this person can pay a Tether, this point can pay with their central bank digital currency, and this person can pay with their credit card, all seamlessly at one time. All seamlessly one time. Really incredible. Visa is leading the charge because why? They don't want to be Blockbuster when Netflix comes out, and cryptocurrency is Netflix. Visa, MasterCard, these banks, these are the people who have the largest threat by cryptocurrency because it's a superior payment solution that does not require a third party like them that's a toll collector in the middle. That's the entire point, and they're realizing they need to either adapt or die. They might die anyway, to be quite frank with you, but adapt or die. Guys, you have 1 more minute to enter, I believe. Oh, right down below, click, says giveaway in the description. Play to earn, now moving on to gaming and NFTs. Play to earn giant Axie Infinity's revenue tanked 40% in September. Axie's monthly revenue was second only to Ethereum, 830 million among blockchain-based applications, Token Terminal data shows. Of course, their revenue went down, guys. It's not a statement that people aren't using Axie Infinity or that NFTs are dying, which is what a lot of people are saying. They did $2 billion in revenue in like 2 months. Of course, there's going to be a slowdown after the initial hype and FOMO. this is a nascent space. NFTs are new. Crypto gaming is new. There's only so many people who are going to dive into it. And all of those people dove into Axie because it was the first and the biggest. I don't think there's a story in the way that they're presenting it negatively. The story should be Axie Infinity still making hundreds of millions of dollars a month in revenue on crypto gaming. Like I showed you the first month, they did $1 billion in a month 2 months ago. Vegas had its greatest month in history, and every single casino in Vegas combined had done like 750 million. Axie Infinity, One Crypto Gaming, did better than all casinos in Vegas combined in their best month in history in revenue. Now, moving on to NFT adoption, man, there's a lot going on here, but we're going to go through it really quickly. TikTok announces NFT collection led by top creators. They're going to make NFTs of their top creators' content, sell them, and they're going to make a shit ton of money doing it. I think we can all agree on that. More adoption. TikTok is really kind of leading the way. I know we're obviously talking about Twitter with Lightning payments, amazing NFT verification, but let's not forget that TikTok did a deal with Audius, Coin Audio, to compete basically with Spotify, allow creators to upload their music directly to TikTok. And now TikTok is moving into the NFT space. Amazing to see these huge platforms doing this. Just going to go through these quick. New digital fashion DAO rules Dolce & Gabbana's 5.7 million NFT sale. The collection offered both physical digital packages and purely digital creations. A fashion DAO called Red DAO is born. You guys can dig into this, but basically they're taking Dolce & Gabbana fashion into the metaverse. We all know that the metaverse is going to be almost as real as the real world. If you missed my my conversation with Michael Wagner from Star Atlas, you can go back a couple weeks and check that out. But he basically said, yeah, you're going to order DoorDash in the metaverse, and the fake delivery guy is going to come at the same time as your real delivery guy. You take off your VR mask, eat your food, put it back on. It all basically happened in the metaverse. Go to the Nike store in the metaverse, buy your shoes. The real shoes come to your door. It's going to be really this sort of interplay between the two worlds, and Dolce & Gabbana getting far ahead of it right now and starting to sell clothes in the metaverse that's tied to real items. This is the future, guys, and it's going to happen very, very soon. More. Old beats new. As Czech royal family drops high art NFTs. Czech Prince William Rudolph Lobkowitz, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry, guys, became interested in NFTs during the pandemic and is launching a collection of work inspired by historic pieces. Their family has been collecting art for hundreds of years. I mean, they have like pieces by Velázquez, I think. I mean, a really incredible, here you go, Peter Bruegel, Canaletto, Diego Velázquez, as well as hand-annotated musical manuscripts by Wolfgang Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven. I mean, crazy, right? These are some of the world's finest art. The guy got into NFTs. Why? Because the pandemic hit and they couldn't have their museum open. So he created a virtual museum, which had more people visit it in 2020 than they'd ever had in the physical museum in Prague before. And now they're going to be selling off some of that art as NFTs. Really, really incredible. And here we go. DC Comics to distribute Batman and Superman NFTs for free. So cool. They're obviously moving in the NFT space, but Marvel does not fall behind. Marvel also doing their own set of NFTs. I'm just reading here from my producer how we're going to do the giveaway. Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't know. I'm going to show his page, talk to the audience. All right, cool. Continuing on. Okay, I think that's actually, we have one more story here. Investment banking giant wants to take out MakerDAO loans. Holy moly, what an intersection of real finance, Société Générale. I also don't speak French in case you're wondering, but they're one of the biggest investment banks in France. And they want to, here, we'll just read it here. French investment bank has proposed using its securities to take out a loan through MakerDAO. We've seen that a lot of people are talking about how institutions will eventually use crypto-based platforms to take out loans, securitize their loans. The proposal involves creating OFH tokens representing covered bonds, which would be deposited into Maker's vaults. If accepted, the deal would be the first of its kind between a DeFi protocol and a traditional investment firm. It's one thing for us to see the Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley of the world allowing their customers access to cryptocurrencies. It's another thing for the banks themselves to be taking loans against their securities from decentralized platforms. Guys, this is the future. DeFi meets TradFi and MakerDAO, as it says right now. This is the future. You cannot possibly be bearish on crypto. Now, I'm going to do one more thing I want to talk about, because on Wednesday, we were on the live stream and I was taking chart requests from my paid subscribers, right? And we were looking at all the charts and I kept drawing these descending blue lines over and over again. I said, listen, there's no confirmation until we start to see these blue lines breaking, right? Well, we're starting to see those blue lines breaking. My alarm started going off like crazy. So assuming we start to see confirmations here, the best way probably to trade altcoins right now is just to find the next ones where the blue line is going to break, right? So here, this is FTX token, right? You have this descending blue line, clear resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on that resistance, breaking right now. Confirmation comes with a daily close above this line. Don't be the sucker who buys it at the top of that and then it closes back here at support. But if that closes above, the way to trade it is either at support here, or retest of that, or you buy that a little higher and look for it to move up. You can see that there in FTX. Matic breaking that blue line. You can see my alarm right there. Matic breaking that blue line right now. Same idea. Solana broke that blue line, retested it as support, heading up. The target being up here at the all-time highs. We can go through these quickly. FTM. I've been sharing this in the newsletter. This was an entry. The breakout here was an entry. Breakout through resistance, retest at support, heading up, right? So here's a couple that I just randomly pulled off where my alarm either went off or I had set an alarm that looked like they may be close. These are setups, not signals. I never give setups, signals. I'm telling you what could happen. And if it doesn't happen, no big deal because you didn't buy it, right? Arweave, right here pushing into that resistance. Luna has a descending resistance up here, pushing up against that resistance. Has not broken it. No trigger, no trade, as I say. Alpha. Not even close yet, but there's your descending line. If it gets above that, that's your trigger. 1 inch, threatening to become 2 inches and almost have a chance of pleasing a woman. No, it needs to like at least 4x to become 4 inch, but 1 inch, descending blue resistance, not broken yet, but that would be your signal. Ethereum Classic, same line, right? Guys, these same lines are there. This is the same thing as before. When we had rounding bottoms, you would just buy the next coin that had a rounding bottom, right? We saw for months, we saw all-time highs being broken by layer ones, retested as support, and mooning continuously. So we looked for setups that were going to do that. These are some setups that could potentially do that. No guarantees, setups, not signals. Okay, people. Party time. Party time. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this. I'm going to bring up, I've got my producer, Mike. Producer Mike is going to randomly choose these using Gleam, which is the platform where you guys all signed up. I'm just reading what he said here. Show his page, remove him. Okay, first of all, here you go. This is what you can see right here. Draw winners. This is the platform. This is his screen. He'll push this button that says draw winners, and it's going to pick the 10 winners. But we just realized in the midst of the stream that when he does this, it will show your email addresses, and I do not want to dox people's email addresses. So I'm going to take it off screen, and I will read you the winners as he sends them to me over here. That seems like a better way. Yeah, that seems like a better way. Kev would like you to know that size doesn't matter. I'm assuming his next comment will be that it's the motion, not the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean. Guys, I'm actually kind of nervous. When you do win, we will email you, the 10 people, and you'll send us an address. We'll send you either Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm taking him off. So, Mike, I'm giving you like a drum roll. You can go ahead right now and pick the 10 winners. Pick the 10 winners, $500 each. Bitcoin and Ethereum. I wish I could give all of you money, but then I would have fun staying poor. I'm just waiting for Mike to send them over here, and I will be able to name them one by one when he has the link. Apparently, I'm even pulling up my thing in front of me. I don't have it yet. I'm waiting. Mike's got me in suspense. So how are you guys doing today? Yeah, for those of you who watch Banter, you know, Fred, they got producer Fred. I've got producer Mike. That's my guy. Maybe we'll like start to bring Mike on the streams and make him famous. I can say that Mike is the man behind the growth here of my channel. All right, guys, I got number one. The first winner of $500 is Ali Safari. Okay, I'm going to butcher these names, my God. Number two, Jacob Samberger or Jakub Samberger. It's Jakub Samberger. Next, Aisha Muhammad Siddiq. Ayisha Muhammad Siddiq. Sidheek. Next, number four, Kevin Williamson. And coming in at center, standing 7'0", playing from the University of Wyoming, we have number 5, John Diarmuid Waldron. Can't pronounce your names. John, middle name is Diarmuid, last name Waldron. Number 6, I know how to pronounce this one, Jesus Alonso. Number 7, Jezreel Milan. That's Jesriel Number 8, Jean-Edouard Chopin. Not Frederick Chopin, the composer. Jean-Edouard Chopin. It's actually like if you're from the South, you would pronounce his name Chopin. You'd be like, he's chopped and screwed. Choppin. Chopin. Number 9, Bibiana Ruggiero. Number 9. And finally, the star of your Washington Wizards, number 10, Jeremy Seneschal. That's Jeremieseneschal. I have a pretty good announcer voice. I should do games. We got winners from the United States, Canada, Spain, the Philippines, United Arab Emirates. I'm just reading this as it comes in. Yeah, Jed Goski wants a Florida recount, please. We got a hanging Chad, guys. We got a hanging Chad. Congrats to all of you guys who won. You will be receiving a electronic mail message from my team. And you will be getting some money. Guys, Wear Lambo, congrats, winners. Congrats to everyone. You guys are so nice. You guys are so nice. Should I like quit my job here and start announcing sports events? Standing in at point guard, number 17, Scott Melker. It's pretty good, right? Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Once again, guys, I really want to thank you all. The only reason I'm giving this money away is to thank you guys for your never-ending support, which you have always given. It's an incredible community. Those of you who are here, I know you've stuck by me through thick and thin, and I wanted to give back. Listen, we're going to do more giveaways. We're going to give away a lot more coins, a lot more money. I used to do it every single day, actually, back in December, right when I started this channel. When I started this channel, I had like 5,000 followers, and they were all listening to my music videos down below. And I gave away money every day, and we got to like 10,000 subscribers in January. I did not pull this comment up. Mike must have, but that's my wife. Congratulations on taking my money, everyone. And Emmy, you'll be happy to know that everyone we gave money back in like November and December and January, their money is now worth about 4 times as much as when we gave it to them, because we gave it to them in Bitcoin. Bitcoin was under 20K, right? Under 10K at some of the time. Guys, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, actually, it's not my money. It's Emmy's money. Because if any of you have ever been married, you will know that if you are the husband, you say, what's mine is ours, and what's hers is hers, right? What's mine is ours, and what's hers is ours, but hers. I do love giving it away, to be honest. She is right. We really, outside of this, we love to do a bit of charity, and, this community has done more for us than almost anyone, so you're the ones we should definitely be giving back to. Hey, Marco would like you to know, if you dump him, you can call him. Marco's available for you. Whatever. Think of how many pairs of shoes you've deprived Emmy of. LOL. Steven, I'm going to be honest. She's going to buy the shoes either way. But yeah, I'm going to have my wife holler at you, buddy, just in case later. So guys, that is all. But I'll be back. And all the people who are here for the giveaway, you're probably not gonna be back with me. But I will be back at 1:30 p.m. EDT. I've got CMS Intern, someone everybody seems to love on Twitter. We're gonna talk bullish on Bitcoin. We're gonna dig far deeper into what Plan B's predictions. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great. What better way to spend your Friday afternoon, evening, or night listening to me talk about Bitcoin? Guys, thank you once again. You are absolutely amazing. I appreciate everything that you guys have given me. I hope that some of you put that money to good use and that it's meaningful in your lives. Truly. Thank you very much. Peace.
Let's go.